From the hit comedy film Zoolander, Godfrey, you've been summoned to jury duty.
Summon's always what a black man dreams of.
Tracy Scoggins of Babylon 5, The Lost Tales, you've been summoned to jury duty. A.J. Benza, host of GSN's High Stakes Poker, you've been summoned to jury duty. The only court show where celebrity jurors decide the outcome of your case. Jury duty. Don't even try getting out of it.
All rise. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Judge, Bruce Cutler, presides.
Good day to you, Sergeant.
Sir.
And good day, jurors. You look wonderful today. I'm happy here on jury duty, jurors. Welcome to jury duty, everyone. Please sit down and take it easy, relax, slow down, catch up with your thoughts. On jury duty, the jury decides the outcome of the case. Well, you're formidable-looking ladies there. I welcome you both. I welcome all three of you. The jury decides the outcome of the case. If they can't agree unanimously, then I decide. Jurors, Lauren Powers, the plaintiff, rented a room in her house. Apparently that's common in California. You rent a room in your house. I've never seen it in New York, but California, you can rent a room in a house. So Lauren Powers rented a room to Kathy Kirkpatrick. Ms. Powers claims that Ms. Kirkpatrick took and stole $1,500 from her while she was away. That, to me, is what's called larceny. It may even be grand larceny if it's over a certain amount. Ms. Kirkpatrick says she didn't take the money. She denies the averment. She says, I did not take the money. See that in criminal court every day. And she says, Ms. Kirkpatrick does, that she was coerced, forced by a powerful Ms. Powers to sign a confession that she took the money. She felt intimidated by Ms. Powers, who's a formidable-looking lady. Although I've got the sergeant here, Ms. Powers, he goes pretty good. She also states that there were other roommates living there and anyone could have taken the money. That's your averment. That's your answer. Also, you had a past brush with the law, and I'm not holding that against you.
And I learned by that.
I'm sorry?
And I learned a lesson from that, so I certainly wouldn't let it happen again.
I understand that. So I want to turn to you, Ms. Powers, and ask you, if you can, tell us what happened here.
Well, everything that you've said so far is pretty much up to speed. I did rent a room to Ms. Kirkpatrick.
Are you a native Californian?
I am. I'm born and raised in LA.
You'd never see a lady like you in New York. I'm just saying, it's pure California. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yep.
So you're a California.
California Harley babe.
All right.
I am a celebrity fitness model, and I travel extensively throughout the year for my position, and I need someone to help me with my home and care for my dog. My other roommate he comes and goes. He's a limousine driver, and his schedule's sporadic.
So he was living there at the same time that Kathy was?
Correct.
Kathy looks like a nice lady.
No, she sold me, and being able to live with my home, I had to trust her. I got along with her. She answered my ad. I told her why I'm looking for a roommate. She said, oh, I know you, because we go to the same establishment for the Harleys. She says, oh, I know exactly who you are. We had mutual friends.
What do you mean, for the Harley, the motorcycle?
Yeah, I ride a Harley, the Wonder Woman bike.
All right.
On May 22nd, I was scheduled for a 12-hour surgery. And after that, I had my nurse, who's my friend, come live with me that next week.
That's Miss Niemic? Yes. Hello, Miss Niemic.
Hello.
You're not anemic, I hope. No, I'm joking around.
Prior to my surgery, a friend of mine had given me some money for my expenses to pay for my nursing.
You had $1,500 in
cash, in $100 bills in cash.
So what happened?
We called the police because.
And by the way, what's your proof?
When I mentioned to her that the nanny cam that I have on my desk was on the entire time that I was recovering from my surgery, she looked up at me and said, all I can afford to pay you is $50 a month.
No, that's not how it went down at all.
Kathy, all right, so we're
I have
going to
a
get to
signed promissory note right here The minute I told her that the
She forced me to
wham
sign
cam,
because
I
she
forced
said-
you. I was recovering from a 12-hour surgery. I could barely walk, Your Honor. I was asked by this was a criminal investigation, Your Honor. That's why you asked for proof. I'm going to tell you.
I'd like
this
to
was
have
under
it.
a crime scene. The crime scene came out that night. They took pictures. They took fingerprint. They took my statements. Oh,
Of
yeah.
a $1,500 theft?
It was considered grand theft.
Did they
Absolutely.
arrest Kathy?
They did not arrest her yet because they had to get proof back from the prince. They said that she would go back to jail because it's a second offense for grand theft. And what do I want to do? If I allowed her to go back to jail, I felt bad for her son.
Kathy,
I was
what do you
so
have to
weak with
say?
a full-time nurse.
What do you have to say?
She has really got this
If
story
they, you know why,
twisted.
Kathy? Because I know the police, and so does Sergeant Denny. If the police had proof, they would have arrested you.
Right then,
Especially with the
exactly.
prior record.
I
Yes?
had a petty theft situation. Trust me, I'm not going to go through that again with
Why
my
did you
with
sign
my
this
job.
note, Kathy?
Because she told me that if I didn't sign the promissory note, that she was going to immediately call the sheriffs and they'd come over and arrest me, and I was scared to death.
She
I didn't
never
know what to
said
do.
that. So
what happened?
Yes,
Did you-
she
Never
did,
Kathy?
said
Kathy. You
that.
weren't even
Kathy?
there.
I was absolutely.
Kathy,
She wasn't
so-
even there.
I didn't
Did you
force her to
sign
leave.
that under duress?
Yes.
Were you coerced to sign that? Were you
Exactly.
forced to sign that?
Yes.
That's a defense under the law. Duress and coercion. They're affirmative defenses, if that's the case.
That's
If that's
the
the
case.
case.
Your Honor, that is
If
not
that's
the
the case.
case at all.
Miss
I didn't-
Niemic, I'm going
When
to get to
somebody
you.
tells you they're going to have you arrested,
I wasn't going to have her arrested. No, the criminal investigator asked me, what do I want
Lauren,
to do?
I
Either
heard
I want to press
I
charges,
have a pretty good handle on this
or
case.
absolutely, or I gave her the
Ms.
option.
Powers, I have a good handle. You say you have an oral and signed confession. Kathy denies it. We have Ms. Niemic, who we're going to get to after the break. We have the jurors who are going to ask questions. So don't go away. Thank you.
Coming up, the past rears its ugly head in court.
She's not her first offense. She has no scruples of stealing.
it was a petty theft.
Are you scared of her? Did she physically come at you in a way
She's
that...
intimidating. I mean,
Well, I
look
can
at
see
her.
she's intimidating. I'm scared of her.
When jury duty returns. Win a fabulous prize. Text the word juror to 43334, where you'll be prompted for your chance to win. All correct responses will be entered into a weekly pool. One winner will be selected to receive the prize on your screen. So what are you waiting for? Text now. You're watching Jury Duty, working out the long arm of the law.
Jurors, by way of a quick recap, this is an allegation of theft, of larceny, stealing money. The plaintiff, Lauren Powers, is suing the defendant, Kathy Kirkpatrick, for $1,500. The amount of money Ms. Powers claims the defendant stole from her safe or office. Ms. Kirkpatrick claims she's innocent and would never steal the money. Now, we've heard a lot of talk about what happened. We've heard averments. We've asked for proof. Ms. Niemic, would you step forward, please, dear? Were you present on the night that the money was discovered to be missing?
Yes, Your Honor. The key to the safe was in another.
Do you know who took the money?
It was Kathy.
How do you know it?
I absolutely know.
How do you point a finger at somebody in court and say, j'accuse, in French? I accuse, without proof.
Because-
Sergeant Denny, he demands proof. What proof do you have?
Well, her absolute bizarre behavior
What else?
and the fact that there's no way she would have admitted that she was going to pay that back unless she did it. And the police said to Lauren, we have an airtight case. Now we're going to send this woman to jail. And Lauren really likes her son. She really felt that Kathy was trying to build a relationship with her son. She likes Kathy. She
Ms.
wanted...
Niemic, you're a nice lady. You didn't see anything, but I appreciate what you're saying. You're giving me your opinion, but you didn't really see, you didn't see somebody go in there and take the money. That's what I'm looking for.
Nice.
I want to introduce our jurors. They have questions for Ms. Powers and for Ms. Kirkpatrick and for you, Ms. Niemic. Terrible. So let's get prepared. Why don't we begin with you, Godfrey?
Yes.
This is your kind of case. meaning you can figure it out.
Yeah. I have a question. See, that's French.
Yeah.
Well, j'accuse is
Question.
a,
I like
that.
j'accuse is a
J'accuse is-
strong.
It is.
That's a very
C'est vrai.
I
powerful
accuse,
thing.
c'est vrai.
What does that mean?
That means it's true.
Okay.
Okay. Is this, I mean, I don't know. I just was figuring this out.
No,
Is
you
this
can
a-
say it.
Just
This
say
a
it.
love triangle? Anybody
No.
involved in any kind of
I've
way,
been
any
married for
jealousy?
30
You two are
years.
together.
Are you? Yeah, somebody
No,
seems
I'm
like there's
married.
some.
with her.
Married.
Well, there's nothing to be
things going
ashamed
on.
of. There's nothing. There's not done.
I'm married. I've been married for 30 years.
Miss Niemic is a married lady,
I know
but
that.
That's right.
but even if she is, there's nothing to be ashamed of. And by the way, Godfrey,
ashamed.
try to focus in on the issue here. But when you're doing it well, you're thinking maybe there's more here that
because the
that meets
feelings
the
can be
eye.
involved.
All right, I see. All right, go ahead. Continue the line.
That was it. Go on.
That was your question.
That was my question. Because that could be it. Too.
Email me, okay?
Because it's women, women get emotionally into things, Sometimes they take their personal things out on people.
Well, how do we now? What do we do with this allegation of lawsuit?
Well, you can't just say that no one else was in that room but Kathy. You can't say that. I mean, can you really say that no one else was in that room but Kathy?
She's not her first offense. She has no scruples of stealing.
What was
That
how
is
much was
the
rent?
problem.
How much
I had
were you
no
charging
idea
rent?
of this.
How much rent were you charging?
The $700, which she
For
had to
one
split
room,
up.
for a room.
That's right. In exchange for watching my dog and helping me with cleaning
Ms.
keeping the
Scoggins,
house
you
nice.
have to get involved.
I have a
because-
question for Miss Kirkpatrick.
Please.
Were your priors felonies or
It was a
misdemeanors?
petty theft.
Misdemeanors.
It was-
So you
it was
weren't
a-
in any risk of a 3-strike or anything
It
like
was
that?
petty theft.
Are you scared of her? Did she physically come at you in a way
She's
that...
intimidating. I mean,
Well, I
look
can
at
see
her.
she's intimidating. I'm scared of her.
But she said she just
She
came out
would.
of a 12-hour
During
surgery.
the 2.5
even hardly
months that I
walk,
lived
you
there,
guys.
she lashed
There's
out
absolutely
at
no
me.
question that she did it. And the criminal investigator that had all the reports with the nanny cam was coming back for the 4 days in question that she was alone in the house with me and my nurse, coming back. The minute I said I'm getting
Yeah,
those
but Ms.
results,
Powers, how
she
would
signed the paper.
Ms.
I didn't-
Powers, how would the
You
police
I
know?
allowed her to sign the
paper.
rest.
How would the police know who did it?
Because I did fingerprints and I've got camcorders and I have.
But she lives
Do
there.
you
Her prints
have
are going
it
to be
on
on.
the camcorder? Do you have it on the nanny
Yeah,
cam?
The criminal case has it.
Well,
I had to
why-
I dropped the criminal case to make this civil in order to get restitution. I had a choice there, so I can either be the hero and allow this woman to stay out of jail
They have
on
her on
behalf of
tape
her
getting your
son,
money?
or I can allow the police
Hold
to come
on.
and arrest
There's
her.
a
In other words,
They
she could have pressed the criminal complaint or a civil
Correct.
complaint.
Either it's-
And I asked her
Chose
what her.
this.
Is it on
Now,
the-
Is it
also,
on the
jurors,
cam?
hold it. Jurors, also, I'm not so sure she has the choice. I mean, if the police felt there was evidence there, they might have acted on their own.
Right.
So I don't know
The
if that's
courts
true or
wanted to
not.
save the money and keep her out of jail.
Where is
It
the
says
what is a nanny?
$1,500, it's not
First of all, what is a
$15,000.
nanny cam?
It's a
and
camera.
where
Here, I'll
is
show
it?
you, Your Honor. I have
No,
pictures
just
of
tell
it.
me what it is.
It's a camera that records on a recorded tape
Okay.
of.
Where is it?
It's placed right in front of my office.
Where is it now?
It's still in my office.
So would there be a photograph or a video
There should
of
be.
Kathy
Right, that's what I'm
going
saying.
in
24
there?
hours running?
Does it show Kathy going in there?
I dropped the criminal
Does it show
case.
Kathy going in there?
It's not, because I did.
That would be
Crime
strong, compelling evidence.
You know what? When
The
I
answer
get
is it doesn't.
restitution versus
The
if I
answer is
would
it
have went that way and finished the criminal case,
All right.
then that would have been
All
fine.
right, now,
However, I gave her the chance to sign.
ladies. I think, jurors, we've got the issue crystallized here. We do. This is a civil case, not a criminal case.
That's right. I dropped several charges.
Preponderance of evidence. Where is it? You have to balance. You have to judge the credibility of the witnesses and see where you stand. You have to look to see if there's corroborative proof of the allegation of theft. Or do you believe Ms. Powers and take her word for it, and Ms. Niemic? Or do you feel that Kathy is telling the truth? Kathy, you deny taking the money?
I did not take the money.
Did you take the money?
I did not.
That's the issue.
That's classic.
No, I give you the case.
Who did my dog?
Ms. Scoggins,
I
did you have
just don't
one?
understand the point of a nanny cam if you don't have the crime on it.
Well, this is what you're going to discuss inside. Sergeant Denny,
That's good.
would you take the jurors, and I'll have the exhibits sent in, jurors.
Up next, the fitness model says her tenant stole money. The defendant says she's wrongly accused. It's up to the celebrities to work out the details. Next on Jury Duty. You're watching Jury Duty, bulking up on a steady diet of justice.
You know, first of all, there's a couple of things, a couple of angles to come at this. I don't care how guilty you think you might have been in the past. I would never sign a note that says I'm guilty of something if I didn't, in fact, do it. The fact that that girl signed the note is crazy, I think. I don't care how many strikes there are against
It's
you.
true, but some people can actually be coerced into. I mean, come on, think about it. What if your life is being threatened? They say you better sign
But
this.
Or how
That wasn't
about
being
lesser than
threatened.
that? How about that if she doesn't sign it, she's forced to move. Moving.
Not one room.
But moving is expensive.
Not
for
one
people.
room, not one room.
To find a place,
You
you
got
have a 15-year-old son.
15-year-old son can carry a bed and a dresser and a desk. That ain't that expensive. That's an 8-hour day. Ain't no big deal. Hey, I just moved a house with me and my son. That took 2 or 3 days. A room? Pfft, a room is nothing.
It's
I don't buy
harder
that.
for women.
Not with a 15-year-old son. You can do it.
It's just the moral part. It's just,
Yeah.
even if it was $10, even if it was a sandwich, even if it was a favorite pen, you don't go in somebody else's, go somewhere where you don't belong. It's the moral behind it.
When you're renting a room in a house, though, there's not clear-cut boundaries on where you don't belong. She doesn't belong in someone's drawers. But do you really think, if there's a nanny cam out there, how come we didn't hear a clear-cut answer? Yeah, it's on tape.
I wanted to hear that it was on
She
the
hasn't
nanny
given it
cam.
to us.
What's the point of having a
She did
nanny
not give
cam
it to me. She
if
kept
you don't
saying,
have the
"The
crime
police had it."
on the nanny cam?
I know, say it.
It's like
Then you
the
should
dog
have been-
ate my homework.
If the police saw it,
You
would've
would
been-
be right with them watching the
If the police saw it, isn't it a criminal case right there? Bang, they have it. She robbed it.
Yeah,
you-
yeah. you need
Especially if she has a
evidence.
prior, even if it's
Yeah.
only a misdemeanor.
I had a petty theft situation. Trust me, I'm not going to go through that again.
She rented to her knowing that she
Yeah,
had
I know.
that
Buyer
she had a
beware.
criminal record.
Is there a renter beware kind of statement, like buyer beware?
Yeah, she took a chance by renting to somebody that had
Yeah,
a
it's
prior
true.
record.
Did the defendant's criminal past hurt her case? Did the plaintiff provide proof of the crime? The verdict is next on Jury Duty. You're watching Jury Duty. Don't even try getting out of it.
Well, jurors, in this most unusual case, what do we have? We have a verdict?
We have a verdict, Your Honor.
Ms. Scoggins, you're the forelady. Would you be good
Scoggins.
enough to give it to the sergeant?
There you go.
The verdict form, I mean. I'm only kidding. Ms. Scoggins. I want to keep things a little bit light.
Don't tempt
Let's
me.
lighten things up a little bit. Now, let me look at the verdict form so we'll know what the jury decides. And please accept it and understand the verdict is what the jury decides unanimously. And don't look so crestfallen, Ms. Kirkpatrick. Well, in Powers versus Kirkpatrick, the jury has found for the defendant. They found for you, Kathy. And Ms. Powers, I wouldn't get upset about it. What I believe, and it's give me my opinion to the jury's verdict, you couldn't prove, put a promissory note aside, you couldn't really prove by corroborative, demonstrative proof that Kathy did this. Really what you did is she signed a promissory note and you used her background to make you believe that she did it, and also, of course, you say she gave you some money from it. But for the jury, in a civil case, it has to be by a preponderance of evidence, meaning more than 50-50, even 51 you would win. But here, when it's even Steven and the jury can't decide, the verdict must go to the defendant, to you, must go to you. And in the future, Ms. Kirkpatrick, you sign something, you're obligated to pay it. But if you have a defense of duress or coercion, it's an affirmative defense. You can always bring it up. Okay. So I want to thank you all for the gracious way you treated us, and good luck to everybody. The jury has spoken. Verdict for the defendant. Court is adjourned. Thank you, Ms. Niemic.
This is amazing.
Well,
so
we
it's
do our
showing that it's
best,
okay
though.
to take
Do our
stuff.
best.
You got to see proof. You got to see it. You can't say someone has it. You didn't see it. If you saw it, tell us.
Well,
Did you
she
see
wa-
it?
she
Did
saw
you
her
see it
walk up
steal?
to the-
Did you see it steal? Did you see it?
So my
No,
camera
you're not
did.
answering the question. Did you see
I
it?
saw her the money in her hand,
was
but
asking.
he never let me say it.
Okay, look at you guys. Bailiff, you?
No, it's just simple. If you saw it, you saw it. If you saw it, tell us. It would have been different.
I saw the money in her hand, but he wouldn't
No,
let me
I
say
need on
it.
tape.
I gotta cut this off right now.
The jury has ruled for the defendant, Kathy Kirkpatrick. No money will be awarded to the plaintiff, Lauren Powers.
I'm afraid of this girl. If I had a plank of wood, I'd be afraid of her. So I can't sit there and say I don't understand Kathy's situation. She's scary.
She says she has a nanny cam. You need footage to prove it. There was no footage. And every time we asked her, hey, where's the footage? She said, oh, the police had it. So that didn't make any sense. And she's part of a Harley motorcycle gang. So I feel that the Harley motorcycle gang coerced her into signing that sheet. So that's how I feel, and that's it. That goes to her.
There was just not the proof. And I think that she could have been coerced into it. I feel bad for all parties. I feel bad for them all.
Today's show has been brought to you by Ricardo Beverly Hills Del Mar Light, now 30% lighter. Ballistic strength multi-compartment wheel aboard and towed. Fashion luggage designed for the serious traveler. Ricardo Beverly Hills.